Which Yellowstone stars are parents? A look at their real-life children. The family dynamics on Yellowstone are complicated, to say the least. Thankfully, the castmates of the hit series who are parents don't have to deal with the drama surrounding the running of a massive cattle ranch. In fact, those with offspring, as of this writing, include those with only one kid, like Luke Grimes, all the way up to leading man Kevin Costner, whose family would need multiple minivans to fit all its members. A surprising number of Yellowstone cast members are child-free, at least for now. That includes Ian Bowen, Jefferson White, Kelsey Ispill, and others. However, we still had a lot of people to include, which means we stuck to the most prominent characters. It is worth noting that other Yellowstone talent such as Danny Houston of the Houston acting dynasty are also parents, even if they did not make our list. Yellowstone is a show about many things, but at its heart, it is about family. Specifically, it revolves around the Dutton family, owners of the largest cattle ranch in the state of Montana, and all of their dramas. But whereas all of the on-screen familial and non-familial connections may be well known, not all fans know as much about Yellowstone cast members' family lives. So, keep reading to find out which Yellowstone main cast members are parents and get the inside scoop on their real-life children. Kevin Costner has enough kids for a handball team. The world has agreed that Kevin Costner is a bona fide daddy, but that should not overshadow his status as an actual dad. The star has not one, not two, but 7 children, including 3 under the age of 18. Costner first became a father in 1984, when he and his then-wife Cindy Silva welcomed daughter Annie, now a Hollywood producer. The couple also share daughter Lily, an actor and singer born in 1986, and son Joe, an audio engineer and sound mixer born in 1988. Costner and Silva divorced in 1994, with Silva receiving a massive $80 million settlement. 2 years after that, he had a baby with Bridget Rooney, with whom he had a short-lived relationship. That son, Liam Costner, stays far away from the spotlight. Costner's youngest 3 kids are with his second wife, Christine Baumgartner. Costner and Baumgartner married in 2004 in a lavish 3-day wedding and had their first kid, Caden, in 2007. Caden was followed by Hayes in 2009 and Grace in 2010. I work as a provider. I'm a father and I'm a husband, but the world doesn't revolve around me, Costner told People in 2022. When I'm not making a movie, I'm living and on the freeway with my wife, getting the kids to their stuff, or I'm waiting for them to come out of a party. I'm just twiddling my thumbs. People have a wrong idea about how my life works. Costner and Baumgartner split in 2023, divorcing the next year. Cole Hauser and his wife have 3 children. On Yellowstone, Cole Hauser plays Rip Wheeler, right-hand man to patriarch John Dutton III, Kevin Costner. But to the 3 kids he shares with his wife, he's just dad. Despite his rise to fame in recent years, Hauser has continued to make his family a top priority. I am pretty good about compartmentalizing working and family. They are 2 of my biggest passions, he said to the Havoc Journal in 2020. I am not the kind of guy who forgets about them. I am always making time for each and every one of my children and also my wife, also as a family together. I am good about making time for the whole family. Hauser married former child star Cynthia Daniel in 2006 after dating for many years. The pair have been together since the 1990s. In 2004, the couple welcomed their son Ryland, who attends Texas Christian University. The couple wed in 2006 and 2 years later, Hauser and Daniel welcomed their second son, Colt, in 2008. Their third child, daughter Steely Rose, came along in 2012. Though he doesn't have a favorite, Hauser has said his daughter gets slightly different treatment than his sons as he's more of a pushover with his daughter. The boys get nothing. Go to work, do what I tell you to do, go play sports. It's just totally different, he said on the Drew Barrymore show. My wife says it all the time, she's like, she's got you wrapped around your finger. Wes Bentley has a son and a daughter. Despite having been famous for more than half his life, Wes Bentley has maintained a relatively private life. It is rare to see the star in the tabloids, and Bentley does not even have his own Instagram account. Still, he is public enough that we have the essential information about his home life. Bentley was married to Jennifer Kwanz from 2001 to 2009, but the two had no children. He remarried in 2010 to former actor Jackie Swedberg, whom he met through mutual friends and whom he credits with helping him get sober. When I met my wife, I saw then what I have now. I saw life, Bentley told Details in 2012. We were long distance for a while, and I tried to be sober for her, but I ended up withdrawing with her, and I hated that. That's when I told her everything. She wasn't mad. She wanted to help. The couple welcomed son Charles in 2010, which also changed the actor's perspective on life. I feel so aware of everything for his sake. Babies are all emotions, so I'm aware of reason because I have to protect him from his lack of reason. I'm aware of society because I'm getting ready to send him off into it. And I'm aware of what I'm eating because I want to influence the way he eats. It's truly being alive, Bentley said in that same interview. Bentley and his wife welcomed a second child, daughter Brooklyn, in 2014. Luke Grimes became a first-time dad in 2024. For Luke Grimes, who plays rancher Kayce Dutton on Yellowstone, family has long been the most important thing in life. I have a huge immediate family, he told People. I was the youngest of 4. They all got married when I was still very young. So by the time I had nieces and nephews starting at 2 years old, there was family everywhere, all over the place. It was just sort of that way in Ohio and a Christian home, and so that was always my foundation. Grimes married his wife Bianca Rodrigues Grimes in late 2018. Though Rodrigues Grimes has her own career as a model, she moved to Montana with her husband, where Yellowstone films, and has been enjoying a quiet life, or she did at least. The couple welcomed their first child in October 2024, and anyone who has a newborn knows there is nothing quiet about that life. Shortly after his son's birth, Grimes told Entertainment Tonight about life as a dad and the unexpected positive effects on his marriage. No one can prepare you for the first month, you know? With newborns, but I feel like my heart grows every day, and I'm just like madly in love with the little guy, Grimes said. It is bringing my wife and I closer in a really interesting way, you know? We're becoming a team in a way that I didn't know was possible. And our love has grown a lot deeper. Forrie J, Smith's son, played a younger version of him on Yellowstone. It is not rare for actors to have their real-life children appear in their work. In fact, multiple of Kevin Costner's children have acted in his movies, including Tin Cup, Dances with Wolves, and Horizon, an American Saga, Chapter 1. While no Costners appeared on Yellowstone, another actor, Forrie J. Smith, had his son featured. Forrie's son, Forrest Smith, was tapped to appear as the younger version of his dad's character Lloyd Pierce in the Season 5 premiere episode back in 2019. He had previously appeared in a Season 2 episode in an uncredited capacity. Though Yellowstone was the first time that Forrest, who Forrie refers to as Wilder, acted alongside his dad, it was certainly not his first time on set. My son Wilder and I on the set of Tombstone. He was my inspiration for our song, Let It Be Known. Forrie posted to Instagram alongside a throwback photo in June 2023. The proud dad also shared some pictures from the Montana set of Yellowstone, standing side by side with his son, even though they shared no scenes. Beyond Forrest's resemblance to his father, his casting also makes sense for another reason: experience. The Smith family has been churning out cowboys for generations, and Forrie's father, Forrest's grandfather, is even in the Canadian Cowboy Hall of Fame. There is no doubt that Forrie passed on key elements of his Montana upbringing to his son, including a love of horses and the big sky. Ryan Bingham has 3 kids with his ex-wife. Ryan Bingham was better known for his music than his acting when he was cast as singing Cowboy Walker on Yellowstone. He even had an Oscar for his song The Weary Kind, featured in the 2009 film Crazy Heart. Despite only having a handful of roles under his belt, Bingham quickly became a fan favorite on Yellowstone, helping his star to skyrocket. But fame is not the only thing he got from the experience, as Bingham also met his second wife, Hassie Harrison, on the set of Yellowstone. Harrison started playing Bingham's character's love interest, Laramie, in 2020, but things did not turn romantic until 2023. Up until 2021, Bingham was married to Anna Axter, the mother of his 3 kids. He even went by the legal name Ryan Axter Bingham, which he adopted upon their 2009 marriage. Bingham does not share pictures of his kids whose first names and birth dates are not publicly known on social media. However, we know that his eldest was born in 2015. It's been great. It's the best thing I've ever experienced. She is 5.5 months old now. Definitely harder to walk out the door and go on tour, but it is really so great. I can't imagine life without her now, Bingham said about his daughter in an interview with Grimy Goods. We also know that all 3 children were involved when their dad remarried as ring bearer, flower girl, and the one to lead the dog down the aisle. Wendy Moniz has 2 boys from her second marriage. Given that there are not a ton of female characters on Yellowstone, and Beth Dutton's portrayer, Kelly Riley, does not have children as of this writing, it makes sense that our list would skew male. One of the more important female actors on the show is a mother, however, and so we had to end our list with her. That person is Wendy Moniz, who appeared as Governor Linnell Perry in 29 episodes of Yellowstone between 2018 and 2024. The twice-married Moniz has 2 children from her second marriage to actor and producer Frank Grillo. Moniz and Grillo met on the set of Guiding Light in the 1990s. While they were both still on the show, Moniz appeared from 1995 to 1999 and Grillo from 1996 to 1999. They were married in October 2000 and had nearly 20 good years together before splitting up in February 2020. Moniz and Grillo welcomed 2 sons over the course of their marriage, Liam, who turned 20 in June 2024, which his mother celebrated online, and Rio Joseph, 5 years younger. Moniz stepped back from her career to be present for her children, which is something she absolutely does not regret. There is no timeline, and the great things can happen much later, Moniz said in a 2024 interview with Plus Barrel. So, my career didn't take a hit, and I was following what felt right for me. It felt like I needed to be present and at home base for my kids at that time. It took a back seat in that moment, but it set up for where I am.